I had heard from somewhere else that, you know, he had stacks and stacks of song ideas, compositions, papers. Did you ever see anything like that? Was that part of the writing process in Samhain the way it might have been with the Misfits?
Not really, but uh, basically he would when we new material would be like, okay, this is a new song, and here's the chords, here's the changes. There's 3 sections, and there was no we learned it. He arranged it himself, and we didn't know what was called really or the words until it got fleshed out later.
Wow.
But
So he could keep all that stuff in his head.
mm-hmm. But I did have some notes that I think right about the time I got canned that he had what we called the Alice Cooper ripoff, which turned into Twist a Cane, I think. But I had that written. It's his handwriting. I sold all that stuff too, so
Oh,
it's.
I have pictures of all of it before you sold it because
Oh yeah, that's right.
I scanned it.
Yeah, but yeah, that was the extent of you knowing where this was going.
It's so crazy the amount of control.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but you know what kills me at the same time, and or at least maybe it was that way in Samhain. But when I listen to like the horror business era, I was talking about this recently, and I've talked about this with several people on the phone recently. And I just hear like you hear all of the stuff that Bobby is doing on his guitar playing, and I'm just going, Glenn didn't write that though. Like that Johnny Thunders little thing at the end of like Harvest. I just
Um,
don't see how that was Glenn. I can only think that that had to be Bobby. And when in the creative process did it funnel down into what you're talking about in Sam Hain?
um, well, he would ask for ideas occasionally. You know, um, like To Walk the Night. It's like do something that sounds like the 2 note solo that I wrote. Um, he said do something that sounds like Johnny Thunders or Jeff Beck.
Hmm.
So then I went home and I listened to Beck's Bolero and a couple other records, and then came up with 2 notes, and it worked.
I mean, I just feel like I don't know when one thing becomes another thing in terms of like you go from just being when do you become an author versus and essentially what he's doing with musicians is they become extensions of him. He
Mm-hmm.
makes these people, extensions. He knows how to do everything and he can oversee everything. But, it allows for musicians with perhaps more flair to come in and do their own thing.
Yeah, but yeah, he's using you as a tool. He's a general contractor.